Companies who are adding people and growing rapidly are often consumed by absorbing the new people, but give no thought to the future culture construct of the organization. Konnichiwa, and welcome to the Leadership Japan series. I'm your host in Tokyo, Dr. Greg Story, President of Dale Carnegie Training Japan, and much more importantly, you are a student of leadership, highly motivated to be the best in your business field. We release these episodes every week, midnight, Wednesdays, Tokyo time. Today's show is brought to you by the Dale Carnegie course. This course focuses on the 5 drivers of business success: confidence, communication, leadership, people skills, and stress management. This course is running at an 98.3% average satisfaction rate over the last 5 years, so we know it works well in Japan. Hosted in-house or send people to our public programs. If you have a performance or people challenge in Japan, then maybe we can help you. Contact me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Grab our free goal-setting blueprint 2.0 plus over 500 free videos, 250 blogs, high-value white papers, guidebooks, reports, plus a lot more. It's over there at our website, japan.dalecarnegie.com. I do 3 weekly podcasts, and if you have an interest in presentations, search for the Presentation Japan series on iTunes. And if your interest is in sales, then look for the Sales Japan series also on iTunes. Before we get going, today's handy Japanese phrase is Konban ippai dou desu ka? Konban ippai dou desu ka? Would you like to have a drink tonight? Konban ippai dou desu ka? Would you like to have a drink tonight? Konban ippai dou desu ka? Would you like to have a drink tonight? Konban ippai dou desu ka? Konban ippai dou desu ka? This is episode number 203. And we are talking about leaders need to skate to where the puck will be. Wayne Gretzky is famous for this ice hockey quote about anticipating when and where the critical actions have to be taken, rather than just following what is already happening. This metaphor applies even more in business because the complexities are much higher, the team is usually a lot bigger, and the ramifications much larger. In reality, though, we often find ourselves following rather than leading. We are frequently looking at numbers, which are historical indicators, not forward guides to what is coming. The ebb and flow of the day also sucks up all of our time. We're dealing with people issues, and these are inspired by something that's already happened and can't easily be undone, or was missed and didn't happen. Again, we are all historians poking over the bones of the event to try and create a narrative to explain what has happened so that we won't see a repeat of a failure. The puck location idea here is to get ahead of that daily grind and look forward. We know we should do this, but the amount of actual forward planning we do is often limited to working up the annual plan. Daily changes make that plan irrelevant pretty quickly. As the famous philosopher, Iron Mike Tyson said, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. We are getting punched in the mouth every day and are usually bogged down in reaction rather than spending any high-value time in anticipation. Ask yourself this question: how much time do I spend on a daily basis predicting rather than reacting? Some numbers can be made available that allow us to track trends and give some insight into where the numbers may finally fall out. The run rate on revenues can tell us whether we are on track to reach an annual goal. The monthly cumulative revenues are one indicator, but run rate can show we are in trouble. It tells us we have to take some action now to influence the final numbers, rather than crawling to the finish line exhausted and find we have come up short. Companies who are adding people and growing rapidly are often consumed by absorbing the new people, but give no thought to the future culture construct of the organization. When I was working at the Shinsei Retail Bank, we were rapidly hiring mid-career staff to sell our financial products to the very wealthy. At one point, the new hires became the majority. That instantly meant we had lost control of the culture of the organization because there was now no single dominant culture. We had to scramble to create a one Shinsei culture, but we hadn't spent any time predicting that would happen. Consequently, we now had to go into catch-up mode. The vision, mission, and values of the organization are the glue. Rapid expansion can't unglue the compact between the team and the leadership. Skating to where the puck is means anticipating the outcome of the changes we are currently executing. This sounds simple, but most of our days are spent belting crocodiles with the oar and trying to keep things afloat. Somewhere in our day, we need to be tracking the future. It could be revenues, supply capacity, clients who've missed a payment, or whatever. These are rather mechanical. The tricky part is tracking what is happening with the people. For example, the predictive work needed to understand how we can retain our people isn't being done yet. In a declining population demographic that is suicide, we see companies around us unable to source enough staff, but we never anticipate that is going to be us in the very near future. For those anticipating growth, that means thinking now about how many new leaders will be needed and who they might be. Next, how can we prepare them to succeed? Often we put them straight into the leader job with no training. They fail, so we have to replace them. We repeat this process forever. Giving training early is much better than coming up with solutions too late. Once they have burnt their bridges with their team, it is very hard to roll that back. Where is your puck going to be, and are you ready? Here are 4 action steps to consider. 1. Review what metrics are available to help us with our predictive needs. 2. If we are adding people, anticipate the possible impact on the organization's culture. 3. Calculate how many new leaders will be needed, identify the candidates, and give the final selections the training they need before we give them the responsibilities of being the leader. 4. Allocate time for predicting rather than just spending every day reacting. Thank you for joining the Leadership Japan series. If you found the program useful, then help other students of leadership and share it around. As mentioned, if you have a performance or people challenge in Japan, then maybe we can help you. Contact me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Also, remember to access your Dale Carnegie training free everything. Then go to japan.dalecarnegie.com. Check out my other podcasts, the Presentations Japan series and the Sales Japan series on iTunes. And we will be launching the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show on YouTube shortly. In our next episode, we will be talking about Sontaku, the secret sauce for leaders in Japan.